all bad news.
There is a case to be made for RSJ, though, but I think you can make some space on your roster. So let's, once you've made that space, what are you going to do with it? Who are you going to go get? So there are some players that you might need to pay attention to. Here are some of the most added players on the waiver wire as of right now. Everybody's already got these guys. So excluding these names, Cynthia, who do the folks need to go get?
Well, as your resident Detroit Lions fan, I went against them. A.J. Green, we made a really good argument for what's going on. You watched this past game and you saw his use, his targets, and his ability to catch those passes along the sideline. They are now missing DeAndre Hopkins, and if there's no DeAndre Hopkins, that means a good opportunity for A.J. Green to pick up even more volume. This is a great defense to kind of get that chemistry right, and you're going to want to play him this week because this is not just a guy that's a waiver wire leftover. This is a starter this week. This is a flex option
100%.
that you absolutely need to get in your lineup right away.
Well, since you're going against the Lions, Cynthia, I'm going to restore the roar with Amon-Ra St. Brown. We're going to worship the sun god this week in our fantasy lineup. So, look, I was a fan of him coming into the season. I thought he was going to really make a big impact. It's taken a while, but it seems to be happening. The last 2 weeks, 18 catches for 159 yards and a touchdown. He's had 12 targets in back-to-back games. And I think this week, the real sell on this is that I expect the Lions, as they normally are, to be playing from behind. It's going to be a negative game script. They're going to have to throw the ball to stay in it. And right now, it's St. Brown that's seeing a lot of those targets from Jared Goff. So I think you can kind of use him as a flex option.
I like both those options. But for me, I had to look strictly at somebody who I was going to use as a handcuff, and that's going to be Earnest Johnson, who is available in close to 90% of NFL.com leagues. I have Nick Chubb on a lot of my teams, and with the situation in Cleveland being as fluid as it is, I'm trying to make sure that I've got as much fantasy insurance, I think is the best way to possibly put it. And you know what? He's played really well in games this season, especially when Kareem Hunt missed time earlier this year. He's proven that he can go out there and put up some fantasy points. And if he's in a situation this week where he's going to get a lot of playing time against a team like the Raiders, who've given up a lot of production to running backs, Earnest Johnson is definitely worth a flex in certain situations.
I've got a flex for some certain situations. If you're in a league with an absolute exceedingly high number of sickos, Laquan Treadwell is available in 99.9% of NFL.com leagues. Right now, he's had 10 points in back-to-back games. He had 9 points the game before that. He also had 8 targets then. Marvin Jones and Urban Meyer are having to clear the air in practice this week. I truly think if you need him, Laquan Treadwell could perform for you in the fantasy playoffs.
That's a good pick.
Maybe. I like it.
Especially in DFS.
Everybody may be gone. Everybody may be gone. When we come back, we're taking